Hallo kykers en welkom by nog 'n episode van julle gunsteling en hoogs betroubare aanlyn nuusbron Erongo Talk. Dankie vir julle almal wat gereeld by ons inskakel. Vandag kuier ons hier vanaf die lagoon in Walvis Bay. Ons bring vir julle die nuus en die weer. Nou Drikus Coetzee het vir jare sy droom om die Desert Dash te wen nagejaag en dit reg gekry Saterdag. Ons gaan kyk wat het by die Dash se eindstreep op Swakopmund gebeur. Soos gebruiklik is ons kalenderdag eerste op die lys. Sit terug en geniet hierdie video greep saam met ons. And now for your news. The renowned Nedbank Namibia Food Festival takes place at the Amphitheatre in Tobias Hanyeku Street in Swakopmund from 15 to 17 December. The festival accommodates 25 selected food stalls, delivering a wide variety of dishes. According to the event organizer Delian Stefanus, they are well prepared and ready to host another truly Namibian delectable and unique foodie experience at the coast. Delian said that everybody knows the event is food specific and that the organizers take pride in the fact that they remain true to their objective, which is to bring a huge variety of good quality food to visitors. The Nedbank Namibia Food Festival also partnered with Somi Bites, a local delivery company, to enhance the reach of vendors at the event. People in and around Swakopmund can order and have their food delivered to them. Vendor profiles will be loaded onto an app. This is a win-win and adds value for both vendors and foodies. For the first time in the history of the event, the amphitheatre will be incorporated as part of the venue. Delian said that there is a surprise in store for visitors which will add a new dimension to the festival. As always, the setup will be user-friendly and enticing. Now this year's festival also boasts 5 professional chefs who intend to cook up a storm. Chef Chris will present an Argentinian grill, Chef Berta will be dishing up Portuguese-style fish, and Chef Toivo plans to tantalize taste buds with Spanish food with a truly Namibian flair. The prize tent will also be bigger and better since they have partnered with Heartleaf for an enhanced experience. In addition, Tate Asar Makapuli will again deliver a seafood paella and prepare seafood, including a variety of fish and crayfish on the grill. Stefanus said that there will be no live entertainment during the festival, as the organizers opted for 5 top Namibian DJs to add to the party vibe and festive atmosphere. They also made the decision to select the majority of these DJs, including Mikey G and the Musketeers DJ Jojo, DJ Skull and DJ Zonas, from the Erongo region to keep things local. The kiddies are also in for a treat, with a special section for them featuring a variety of games to keep them entertained. Last year, an estimated 2,500 people visited the festival, which has people and vendors traveling from all over the country to participate. It has become a signature event and brings exposure to entrepreneurs as well as and it is also a good cash injection for Swakopmund. The festival is open from 9 to 9 daily and entrance is free with ample security and the police on standby for the duration of the event. Moving on. The Minister of Sports, Agnes Changorero, has urged Namibians not to underestimate but rather recognize the importance of the Sport Expo. Changorero said in a speech read by Sport Director Irvin Njavera at the opening of the Sport Expo and Conference in Swakopmund that she is confident that the sports industry has the potential to unlock doors. She said that the importance of the event cannot be underestimated as the sports sector is a billion-dollar industry worldwide. The Namibian sport industry needs all the support it can get to grow and equate to other lucrative sport sectors globally, the minister said. She pointed out that the creation of a platform such as the Sport Expo and Conference by the Namibian Government and Sports Commission is one way of supporting and creating a conducive environment for sport businesses to thrive. The sport professionalization agenda is geared to promote sport businesses to contribute to the Namibian GDP as well as in employment creation, the minister said. The expectations was that the expo will generate income for the coastal towns given that the MTC Dome will host the event for the next 3 years. Accommodation establishment in Swakopmund will thus be injected with cash, much needed cash, during the time of the expo, and companies selling sport equipment at the event are expected to receive an income. The Namibian Sport Expo was initiated and approved by Cabinet in 2018, with the first expo taking place in May 2019. The 2020 Sport Expo was done virtually after the coronavirus pandemic, which resulted in a halt of many sport events. This year's expo focused on new training methodologies, high-performance sports, and development pathways. The latest sports apparel and equipment, as well as creating new affiliations and partnerships, formed part of the agenda at the expo. 18 sports federations were present at the event, as well as Namibian Olympic Committee. 30 stands were also allocated for exhibitors. And finally, Drikus Coetzee says that he holds the utmost respect for his Desert Dash competitors. At the breaking of dawn and with a slight breeze in the air, those who waited for the first man to complete the 397 kilometers distance from Windhoek to Plaatsameer in Swakopmund were surprised by the unfamiliar face of Drikus Coetzee being the first elite solo man category cyclist to arrive at the finishing point. Drikus said that he might have finished ahead of the rest, but he respects every rider that competed and followed in his tracks. They are all terrific cyclists. It was destined to happen, and it took a lot of work and support from my sponsors and family for me to accomplish this. I am grateful, Coetzee said after the race. The cyclist, who has been in mesmerizing form this year, left his opponents behind. When he arrived at Plaatsameer Mall, he was greeted with a standing ovation by those who braved the cold to witness the realization of a truly Namibian success story. Coetzee had won many events, but the Desert Dash was one that he wanted more, given that many hiccups he faced in the past while competing in the event. I had worked hard to be where I am, and I will continue doing that as a cyclist. The race went well for me. I prepared for it to the best of my ability and did not feel much pressure, he said. The newly crowned champion defeated Dash multiple champion Connie Loser, who once again finished second in a time of 15 hours, 38 minutes and 52 seconds for the second time in a row. The Swiss rider confessed after the event that he had been struggling from a flu a few days before the event. He congratulated Coetzee for having stormed to victory, saying it was well deserved. Rick Stephan finished third in a time of 15 hours, 45 minutes and 3 seconds. Most cyclists complained about the wind, with many saying it was their last race, even if it happened to be their first Desert Dash. The old-timers, however, had a different opinion and stated they will continue doing the Desert Dash for as long as their legs allows them to do so. The women's solo race was won by South African cyclist Jolandi de Villiers in a time of 17 hours, 50 minutes and 9 seconds. With Courtney Liebenberg in second position, she clocked 19 hours, 1 minute and 41 seconds, and Belinda van Rijn finishing third with a time of 19 hours, 19 minutes and 42 seconds. You can visit our website www.erongo.com.na for more on the results. And that concludes our news for today.
Well, as you can see behind me, this is the champion of the Desert Dash, the 2022 Desert Dash champion, that is Drikus Coetzee. Everyone wants a piece of him here autographs and all. I mean, it is indeed a very special occasion for him as a champion. And I'm just waiting for him to finish some autographs. I'll probably also have mine after this one. I mean, he's the champion. Such an emotional time, and you can see family members really swept away by a special occasion. And I mean, he's the man of the moment, and we have to allow him that moment just to honor the fans that have also been supporting him. Drikus, a few months back I had you in studio, and I actually told you, I think I told you that you were actually ready for this year was your year, and you have been doing a brilliant job in terms of whatever race you compete in. I think it was written on the board that this was going to be your Desert Dash, don't you think?
In hindsight, I think the same, but you still need to you still need to pull it off on the day. And respect to my competitors, you know. And I have so much respect for my friend Connie, who won the event 6 times. So in hindsight, yes. But I've ticked the box and I'm extremely happy.
So tell us, it was indeed a rough night, of course. One can see in terms of how you look. But tell us, how did it go down there?
Yeah, for me, I had a perfect race. I executed my plan perfectly as well. Never throughout the race I had a dull moment where I felt I was in trouble. I controlled it from the beginning to the start. I did what I wanted to do at the beginning by pushing the pace up Kupferberg, taking 3 guys with me, putting in another surge, and then we were only 2. And then 5 Ks before halfway, I was by myself. And then I knew I just had to time trial the thing to the end. But, you know, today was a very special victory for me, not just because I finally managed to win the Desert Dash. Today I rode for Janine and Suzelle Davin, which is my main sponsor, and just to honor their legacy, you know. So this I honor this, and this victory is for them. But then on the same note, I just also like to say a big thank you for all my local sponsors. I'm blessed with a support system which is amazing, and all of them are here at the finish line, so the expectations were high. But for me to have pulled it off, that's a cherry of the cake after an awesome year of ultra endurance racing in South Africa and the road race champion in February. So hopefully I can have a week or 2 to celebrate it now.
Well, you have to celebrate indeed. I'll come back later for an autograph, my friend. Good luck and keep celebrating with the family.
This is the finishing line at Platsameer in Swakopmund. This is actually the last stretch of the race, and there in your frame you can see the eventual winner, Drikus Coetzee, entering the final stretch to the finishing line. There is his the light, his headlight shining, and he's heading for the finishing line at Platsamir in Swakopmund. Now, these riders left Windhoek yesterday at different times, and they headed for Platsamir in Swakopmund, where the Nedbank, the 2022 edition of the Nedbank Desert Dash, will finish. There is loser now, making his way to the finishing line. We are waiting for him, and there's quite some excitement in the air. He's been waited by family members, the media, relatives, and spectators. Now here he comes. That is Namibia's very own Drikus Coetzee finishing the dash and claiming his first Desert Dash victory. Now we know that while Coetzee has won many races, he was really hungry for the Desert Dash victory. He said that he worked extremely hard, and he will continue doing so. So there we have our champion being welcomed at the finishing point by relatives, friends, the media. So yes, Drikus tried on numerous occasions to win the dash, but he had experienced quite a number of setbacks. Yeah, each time he tried, and this time he really caught his dream. He chased and caught his dream. So he said he wanted to win the dash, and this time it came true. He finished his race in a time of 15 hours, 17 minutes and 8 seconds. There, Drikus is joined by a representative from Nedbank, and then his sponsor, very emotional. Yes, hugs, and I must say that this is one of the most demanding cycling races in the world. That's the Nedbank Desert Dash for you. Drikus being congratulated on his win. Wonderful scenes playing out here at the finishing line in Swakopmund at Platsamir, where the Desert Dash winners are being welcomed after starting the race in Windhoek at the Grove Mall on the previous day. Now these riders left Windhoek at different times. Yes, there the champion lifts his bike. What a moment for Drikus Coetzee. So now we also have Connie Loser, previous dash champion. I think he won this race 7 times, and yeah, he tried very hard to make it an 8th time. He finished last year. He also finished 2nd. He was defeated by a Namibian cyclist in the first place, and now once again we have Connie Loser in 2nd position with a time of 15 hours, 38 minutes and 52 seconds. And we can tell you at this stage also that Rick Stefan was in 3rd with a time of 15 hours, 45 minutes and 3 seconds, followed by South African cyclist Yolandi de Villiers, who won the solo women's category in a time of 17 hours, 50 minutes and 9 seconds. We are now waiting, pitching at this year's Desert Dash. Now here comes the first 2-man category team, and they consist, the team's name is Megatech Elites, Mark Pritson and Alex Miller. We are waiting for them at the finishing line, and they are approaching. And now we have the exact moment these two gentlemen crossed the finishing line here at Platsamir in Swakopmund. They are being welcomed by fireworks and family members waiting. Congratulations you can see the tiredness and I think the joy of being able to finish a desert dash. Now Mark Pritson and Alex Miller finished their desert dash race in a time of 15 hours, 1 minute and 42 seconds. They were followed by South Africa's Nico Sterk and Adrian Meiberg with a time of 15 hours, 20 minutes and 57 seconds. And Murray Kruip of South Africa and his partner Jean-Paul Burger won the third position. Kykers, dit het alweer tyd geword om te groet. Indien jy wil weet waar en wanneer dinge hier by die kus gebeur, is Erongo Talk beslis die plek vir jou om te wees. Gaan kry gerus vir jou 'n koppie van ons 2022 vakansiebylaag. Onthou, ons is dagliks om 2 uur op DStv kanaal 285 en GoTV kanaal 94 te sien. Julle kan ook 'n groot verskeidenheid van programme op ons NMH aanlyn TV kanaal 1up2.com geniet. Kry toegang tot meer nuus en ander stories op ons webwerf www.erongo.com.na. Volg ons gerus op Facebook en raak deel van ons 100,000 aanlyn familie. Vir jou advertensiebehoeftes, kontak ons bemarker William Groenewald by erongotalk@synergy.com.na of stuur vir hom 'n WhatsApp of Telegram na 081 411 9604. En daarmee kom ons dan aan die einde van vandag se program.